apologies, Sir Robert. I thought you would want to know at once.
Excuse me, dear.
You know, ma'am, my eldest brother is on the committee of the reform.
Lord Alfred, how many brothers do you have?
Oh, 7, ma'am. I could have a word with William if you'd like.
Please, that would be very kind.
Excuse me, ma'am. I hate to be the bearer of ill tidings on such a joyous occasion, but there is something I must tell you. I'm sorry to say that the worst has happened in Afghanistan. Despite being guaranteed safe passage, the remainder of the column was ambushed near a village called Gandamak and annihilated. 4,000 men left Kabul. There is only one survivor, a Dr. Bryden. Despite being wounded, he managed somehow to make it across the border to our garrison in Jalalabad, 50 miles through hostile territory. He's just arrived in London.
I must see him. At once.
Another petition came for you this morning, sir.
It's not me that should be writing to. We had no business being in Afghanistan. And now our brave soldiers have paid the price for the folly of Melbourne and Palmerston. Great game indeed.
I see you have the papers. A bad day for the country, ma'am. What a humiliation.
I am quite aware of that, Duchess.
I suggest that the real question should be, what were the British Army doing in Afghanistan in the first place? A question the honourable gentleman knows can only be answered by his party. Yes! That's right! That's right! Shame! Order! Her Majesty the Queen!
Today, this becomes my ship. It is called Trafalgar, after a great victory, when this country defeated a tyrant who threatened our very existence. We have our travails now. We have suffered a blow in Kabul. Brave men have perished in the snows of the Khyber Pass. We mourn their loss. But as a soldier's daughter, I know this nation has the greatest armed forces in the world. We will snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. And the spirit of Trafalgar burns as bright now as it has ever done.
Nicely done, ma'am. Nicely done. You know, Peel, I think little Vicky is doing her country proud. They know their queen is there when it counts.
It's a complicated matter. Perhaps I should write to the Sultan myself about the preservation of the Holy Land.
The prince had the same notion, ma'am, while you were indisposed.
Please forgive me. I must apologize for my lateness. I was at the Royal Society. I went to view Charles Babbage's engine designs.
I'm delighted you went, sir. It's a fascinating experiment, is it not?
Indeed. You know, when Lady Lovelace explained to me that they can use this machine to do the most complicated calculations, I have to admit I could hardly believe that a human had designed
A
this.
female mathematician?
Only one, ma'am, at the Royal Society, but Lady Lovelace is an exceptional woman.
The model that they are building, it has so much potential.
Yeah, if Babbage's claims are true, then one day computing machines will be able to do the work of men.
We should do everything that we can to advance that work. It's so important for the future of this country.
We should have a soiree here at the palace for these remarkable minds. What do you think, Sir Robert?
Splendid idea, ma'am. The Crown should be seen to be taking an interest in the scientific life of the nation.
I agree.
Perhaps we should sprinkle some other talents to leaven the scientists. Lord Alfred?
Perhaps La Taglioni would dance for us.
Yes, wonderful. And you could pick the scientists, Mr. Drummond.
With pleasure, ma'am.
Does she have any friends?
I pray you, in your letters, when you shall these unlucky deeds relate, speak of me as I am. Nothing extenuate nor set down aught in malice. Then must you speak of one that loved not wisely, but too well. Of one not easily jealous, but being wrought, perplexed in the extreme. Of one whose hand, like the base Indian, threw a pearl away, richer than all his tribe.
That was thrilling, Mr. Aldridge, really.
It is a great honor to give you my Othello, Your Majesty.
Mr. Aldrich may have presented different.
A Negro playing Othello. Whatever next?
I believe that is how it was written, Duchess.
Such a bestial play. Shakespeare and polite society do not mix.
Duchess, just the person I was seeking.
Your Majesty.
I was hoping for an audience with my niece, and I know that you are the Cerberus that stands guard over her private sanctum.
You flatter me, sir, but I'm afraid I cannot help you. The Queen has not yet returned from her excursion.
Excursion?
To Brocket Hall.
Confined. It was a relief to know Albert would look after the boxes. Now I feel...
Not that he would still like to attend to them. Oh, I see. You would rather he did not, I assume.
He wants us to have a big family. As does Uncle Leopold, of course. But I'm afraid, Lord M., why does Albert want us to have more children? Is it so that I will always be out of the way and he can be king?
Do you remember when you asked for the title of King Consort for the prince?
You said that once people got into the way of making kings, they would get into the way of unmaking them.
Yes, well, there was another reason. I did not want you to be overshadowed, ma'am. Yes, the prince is your husband, but you are the queen.
He thinks he would do it better.
Well, he wouldn't be the first man to underestimate a woman, would he?
Is the Queen back? I have some papers for her from the Prime Minister.
She is. It's been a very trying day.
This might help.
How well equipped you are.
I'll never go anywhere without my tinderbox.